That time again. Oh, Fudge. 5 sample pack from Bones Coffee. Looked exciting. What do we have left? We have the coconut and caramel and vanilla. And then we have the Sugar Rush. So that'll be something to look forward to next week. As we keep on a-truckin' deep into Thanksgiving territory. Boy, I complained about how slow October was near the end of October, and November has gone so incredibly quickly. It's actually very insane how quickly, I mean, for me, I know time is perceived differently by a lot of people, so your mileage will always vary, but mine seems to be going pretty quick. Let's give this an open and a smell. I'm predicting chocolate. Can these go backwards? Yeah, I do. Just got really stuck. Good morning. You gonna laugh at me, are you? Go, come on. There you go. Hi, buddy. Good morning. How you doing this morning, huh? Doing okay? All right. Give this open. We will let it expose itself to air for a minute, get a little aerated. There we go. The smell changed. You put your nose in there just as you open it, it's a completely different smell after you let it sit for about 5 seconds. Interesting. I mean, there's kind of a chocolate smell. Maybe it's just the deep fudge that they've got going on in there. That makes the initial bean smell different. That's interesting. That's way too much. No. No. 20. I'll fiddle with 20. That sounds good. We'll put in about 350 grams or 350 milliliters of water in there. We're gonna do it in the clever today, because that's how I'm feeling. It's a lie, not really clever. Just, I feel pretty good though. Got in touch yesterday with a friend who lives on the West Coast. Now it just smells like coffee. There's no fudge smell at all. It's just a very nice coffee smell. I'm excited about that. We'll see how it profiles, see how the notes are and whatnot. But yeah, I've been getting in touch with some friends that I don't see nearly often enough. Once a year is never enough, and I think it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've seen this friend who lives on the West Coast. Got in touch with them, making sure, they're doing all right. Every time I see him, it's a delight, because he's just very funny and very and very aware, So he works in technology, like computer stuff, just like Matt does, except he manages like the infrastructure of a company, I think. Matt kind of does that too, but it's a little, I don't know. Every tech job like theirs is so nuanced, So they can be kind of doing the same thing, but it's named something different, or they're pulling different plugs, but they're in the same position, that kind of thing. Well, I think he's like a web guru. I think that's one of his titles. So, so he does website stuff and like that. But really good friend. I think very highly of him. Reached out to him to see if he was all right, and he replied back because he's busy. He's so busy. And he is a very busy person. And Matt keeps yelling at me, "You should ask him for a job." And I'm like, first of all, he's on the West Coast, and second of all, I don't think he's hiring people. I think somebody else in the business is hiring people. You should ask him for a job. I'm like, I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. It's not that I can't learn. It's just that a lot of people don't want to teach on the job anymore. They want somebody that they don't have to train. They want somebody that with minimal, they need to train in the smallest little possible way. I would be a ground up train, and I don't think people would like that too much for a lot of things. When I went to college, they were still playing records CDs were still, being used in radio stations. I talked about that yesterday when I was trying to stream. I don't even know. So, and that's another thing. Streaming right now, I don't know. It must be my computer because other people aren't having the issues that I'm having. It's just the program that I use called OBS. It's an open broadcasting software. I don't know what the acronym is, but it's OBS. We use it to stream to YouTube, stream to Twitch. You can stream to TikTok now, apparently, which sounds like a nightmare. So you can just use it. You use it to stream. And lately, it's just been giving me so many problems. And a lot of people are thinking that it was the jump from DirectX 10 to DirectX 11 for a lot of things. And the program's not handling the jump very well. And a lot of the configuration needed to make it better means a ground up change in how it works. I believe I zeroed that out. We'll try to get up to we'll go up to about 300. Try not to overdo it too much here. 304. 305. Perfect. We'll let that go for a couple of minutes. So yeah, so I tried to do the Stream Deck's another thing, and Stream Deck is doing the exact same thing. It's a different program used to stream, but it's doing the exact same thing. And what it's doing is in the preview window, when you're streaming, if you want to keep an eye on the program window, because I have two monitors. I have the monitor that I game on, and then the monitor that I monitor the chat if anybody decides to come in and start talking, and the stream itself. I can monitor how it's running, if it's running at a correct bit rate, everything's going just fine, if there's no problems. I can watch for that. And the program, both programs, are creating a stutter effect in the broadcast window. Now, when I'm streaming, everything seems to be going fine. Nothing seems to be breaking up until last night when, unbeknownst to me, because I was tired of catching the stuttering out of the corner of my eye, I minimized OBS, and OBS decided to crash. I don't know at what point it crashed. I just know that it crashed. And it could have been 15 minutes. It could have been an hour, because I streamed for about 3 hours last night. And I kind of got fed up about it. So I tried the Stream Deck thing, hoping it would be different. It's not different. Unfortunately, it is doing the exact same thing. I'll get a spoon. And I don't know what it is. Now, I will say, and I'm afraid that this is what it is, so it means I'm going to have to change how I'm broadcasting out. I like having a green screen behind me, but I don't have a green screen. I do have a green screen, but it is the most... it was great to start with, but it became so awkward and silly to put on the back of my chair, and then you had to perfectly frame because it's just a circle. It's just a giant circle that goes on the back of your chair, and you had to frame it properly, and then you couldn't move, because if you moved, a shadow would change when the light was coming down on the green screen. So you would start seeing shadows break up and patches get darker, and if you move too much, which I have a tendency to move a little bit, you'll just start seeing what's going on outside of the screen, which is basically my figurines behind me. So I think today I will try removing that green screen. It's supposed to be an NVIDIA thing, and I have an NVIDIA 3070. I don't think it's a GeForce or whatever. It's GeForce, of course, but there are a lot of acronyms and a lot of different people that put out these graphics cards based on the 3070, but it's got two fans, which I think one of them's dying anyway, but I don't think it's overheating. I just think maybe that green screen, I put up a virtual one where it uses the card in some fashion. I think we're about ready now. Let's put that on there. It uses the card in some fashion to generate a green screen behind you, And for every other game that I play, it seems to work just fine. But for this one in particular, there must be something that's like grabbing more juice or something. And it's just, and OBS uses the graphics card, the GPU, somehow. I don't know. There's a lot of somehows because I'm not hip to the nomenclature so much. So I try, but trial and error is, something that I do, and I'm getting a lot more errors than I feel like I should be. So maybe today for this stream, I'll just turn that off. I'll narrow my window down, and I won't use a green screen. It might be just the easiest thing to do, which is unfortunate because I bought that brand new camera and the green screen works beautifully with it. So it's just me floating in the ether that is the game. There's nothing behind me. It just looks very clean, and unfortunately, I just don't think I'm going to be able to look clean anymore. So I'll get it figured out. I'll get a smaller window, something or other. I mean, a lot of people now have the streamers that I watch lately have moved away. If they have themselves in frame in the game, they've moved away from trying to do green screens, and it's more about making what's behind you in your background more appealing. And I wish I could see. It's hard to see where they have their cameras because a lot of them have them in a great spot. And then again, I'm using a webcam. It's a nice webcam, but it's just a webcam, and these other folks are using professional grade cameras that are, point click shoot, but they also film in 4K, so they're able to like get good nice things in front of them, their faces, but then the back can be all soft and out of focus, but they're in focus right in front. And it's a lot of things. The only streamer I watch anymore that has a green screen is Lobos Jr., who does a lot of different streams. He's fun to watch, but he uses, I think he probably has a full green screen behind him. So, because he's got like a studio office that has a lot of room, and I really don't have, I mean, I could put a green screen behind me, but I don't know, I don't have the room, I think, to do that. I like my desk the way it's oriented right now, so I don't want to move it again because I've already moved it twice, trying to find the best solution. So, and that's long and boring, isn't it? Okay. I wonder what fudge this is supposed to smell like. Because I know fudge, and it just doesn't smell like fudge. It just smells like, a cup of coffee. Huh. Do you know what that tastes like? It tastes like sweet corn. Which is not a terrible thing, but it's certainly not what I was looking for here. I'm not getting as much, and I don't know if it's probably just me. I don't know. Normally it is. But it's got more of a corn taste to it. I'm not getting any fudge or chocolate or cocoa at all. Everybody's mileage is going to vary because everybody's different. Probably the biggest breakthrough in this country will be the mass realization that everyone is different, and not just that a minority of people understand that everybody in this country and in this world are different, and that difference makes everything a lot better. But yeah, saying that, I know my taste buds are different from other people's, and I don't get the fudge. It's not a bad taste. It's actually quite fun and delicious. But I don't get any fudge. I'm trying to understand what kind of fudge they might be going for. I mean, I've had many different types of fudge in my lifetime. That is far more corn forward tasting to my palate. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm just saying that as I was not expecting it. Fudge. No, I'm not getting any fudge. I apologize. I'm sorry. There's no fudge for me to grab there. And when I opened it up, I didn't want to say, oh wow, this starts starting to smell like corn, because I'm like, I didn't want to plant that corn seed. I kind of wanted to experience this as it's, you know, as it finishes, and it's just so. It's just so strange. It's just very corn forward, and I'm not getting any fudge. Now, maybe this batch that I got here, and maybe I didn't get, maybe something was wrong with it. I don't know. I always like to believe that, you know, what is on the package is what they intended to deliver. And for some reason, I'm just not getting it, which is really weird because normally I get, you know, other than the chestnut one, but that's just because I have no frame of reference to what a chestnut tastes like unless it's wrapped in bacon and covered in barbecue sauce. So that's, you know, that's on me and completely on me. Even though it tasted great, I didn't grasp the chestnut. This, I know what fudge tastes like, and this does not taste like fudge to me. And I feel like I did a really good ratio, and I don't think anything would change the way, I mean, I could do it through the Chemex. Got the Chemex all washed out. Let's do it through the Chemex. See if we can get this figured out. I'm not gonna lie, I guess it's not so much, I don't want to say what I smell because I just think that people will be horrified. It's got a kind of glue, like an Elmer's glue kind of smell to it. I don't know what's going on. So this is around 19 grams of coffee. We're gonna blitz this up, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go get a filter. I've just never experienced a coffee flavor so different than what's listed on the bag that I'm like, I gotta try all my methods. You know, I gotta try all my methods here to see if I can figure out what might be going on, what I'm missing, if I'm missing anything off. I need to reheat my water a little bit. I put my phone over here. I put it in my pants pocket. I am obviously losing weight because my pants are falling down even without any thing in the pocket. So I put that in the pocket, and it was like I was low riding in these shorts. So yeah, I'm definitely losing some weight because these pants, they're stretchy waist or they're shorts. So they're stretchy waist shorts. So they still smells like coffee. They just around the same grammage, around 19 grams. Good. All right. It's just really strange how pants fit less now. I need a whole new wardrobe. I know I need all new shorts. I need to get rid of all of my shorts and just like buy 3 pairs of shorts, maybe 4 pairs of shorts, like 2 khaki colored and then some fun, maybe a red one pair of shorts and maybe a blue pair of shorts, that kind of thing. Because I have a lot of shorts, and a lot of them, because I'm not, my legs are not very long. Neither are my arms. My arms aren't very long either. And these shorts right here go down to my knees, which apparently is wrong. I shouldn't have shorts that go down to my knees. They should stop mid-thigh, apparently. I am doing shorts wrong. So we're going to put this. That's just very interesting. Let's get another. This is my thermal one that I don't think thermals as well anymore. I could have sworn I put it up there because it had a crack. But yeah, there it is. So there's a crack in it. So I don't know how old this is. Oh, this is an 89. So this was in 1989 is when this was created. I'm not going to use that. For several reasons. One of them being I don't want to damage it. Anna, we're tagging you back in. All right. We're gonna put it through the same paces. I'm gonna give it 300 grams of water. We're gonna put it through a bloom phase first. Got somebody out in the driveway. Sorry. Yeah, so that's why I put the phone over here, is because these pants, if I put the phone in my pants and my shorts here, they'll be down around my ankles before we're done here. But it even smells different. To be honest, as it's blooming, it kind of smells like olive oil, which is really strange. So we'll add a little bit of water at a time here. Let's do about 150. We'll let it drain down a little bit, and then we'll do another 150, and we'll get it up to 300. So I have this other pair of shorts. I don't know where they came from. I don't know where any of my shorts came from. I don't think I've ever really bought a pair of shorts. That's more than likely not true, but I just don't remember buying any of the shorts that I currently frequently use. 300. So, but these shorts in particular, they're beige, and they come down to my mid-calf. So I'm basically wearing culottes. Which is really funny. It's so funny. But it's been kind of cool because we're both like dieting and exercising and losing weight. We both care more about how our outward appearances look. So, you know, we're buying different clothes. It's not just things that hang off me, you know, or hang off him. Now he's not, I'm not going to say he's he's going to be Mr. Universe, but he's just a lot slimmer. He's walking a lot better. He's standing a lot better. He's more alert. He's more awake. You know, we kind of let ourselves, when we met, we were both pretty slim. He's always tall. He's always been tall. I've always known him as being tall. I'm sure there was a point in his childhood where he wasn't tall, but I've only known him for being tall. So he's a tall guy. I've always been short. As a baby, I was short, and I've continued to be short. So, and I was at my lowest weight point when we met. I'm not sure about him. He was a basketball player, so in high school. So he was always fairly fit. But when we met, I think we were both at our lowest weights, I think. And then, you know, of course, what happens when you finally meet that someone, and you know that nothing is ever going to change or anything's going to get, it's going to be very good. It's going to be a very good time. You're never going to leave each other. Well, you just start eating because you're comfortable and you can. So you don't have to worry about how you look. I never really worried about how I looked. I only did that trim spa stuff because it gave me jittery energy. That got me through the day. I could eat less, which was nice because, eating costs money, and it still smells a little like corn. Eating less, saved money, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to let this, the cup's a little smaller than this one. No. Well, maybe we lost a little bit more water with the Clever than we did with the pass-through of the Chemex. I guess that would make sense. It sits in the coffee solids, so the coffee solids absorb more, whereas the coffee just passes through, so there's a lot less. But for some reason, the Chemex will be stronger than the Clever at times, and it just blows my mind. All right, we'll let that cool down for just a moment so we can get an accurate representation here. This tasted like corn. It still tastes like corn. It's very strange. I would say they are both the same color. I realize that this is in a black mug and this is in a white mug, but I kind of know, because I use this mug a lot, I kind of know, I'm able to tell the depth of color just a little bit better in this setup. Plus, I'm using my naked eye, whereas you're going through this camera, so I can kind of see it being about the same color. So, yeah, but losing weight has definitely helped us feel better about ourselves, and it's just really nice to be able to not feel like you need to wear baggy clothes in order to cover up something that you're not necessarily ashamed of, but you don't really want to present. You know, you're not ashamed of your weight. Or how, you know, because everybody's body handles weight differently. Packs it around the ass, it puts it around your waist, your face can get fuller, you know, on your arms, on your thighs. You know, I mean, it's just everybody wears their weight differently. And I was always in my stomach, a lot of it. And this part underneath my chin, which I'm really glad to say, the part underneath my chin seems to have diminished, much to my joy and enthusiasm, because that was the worst. I could live with the stomach. I can't live with this being this fat underneath, right directly underneath my chin. Hated it. Okay, all right. Let us see. Now, there's more of a coffee taste here. And, okay, all right. That is so funny. All right, so fudge, corn, clever, corn, Chemex, more fudgy. I still get the little bit of kind of corn taste in it, but there's definitely a coffee and fudge taste when it's poured through the Chemex. Over here, I'm getting corn and no fudge at all. But over here, I'm getting a note of fudge and coffee. That is absolutely fascinating. So with the fudge, for my personal taste buds, through the Chemex is the way I need to go, not through the clever. Well, that is fascinating. That's coffee chemistry, basically. I mean, somehow I got more fudge pulled out of the beans here than I did fudge pulled out of the beans with the clever. And both of them taste good. It's just that this one tastes like I feel it should, or what they were trying to go for. Well, there you go. About a little science for your morning or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. I'm going to go see family this weekend. I've got a birthday party for the youngest nephew. I got to find some kind of fishing gear. Something like that. Or he said a Sheets gift card, which might be easier. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's the Sheets that is next to them that apparently the youth love to visit and steal from. So we will talk to you next week on Tuesday. We will probably open up that sugar cookie because that one I've been eyeing. So that one should be interesting. And if I don't taste it in one method, we'll do two. Why not? I'm doing smaller cups of coffee, so it's okay. It's okay. I promise. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. Bye.